everybody, it's me, Colton Johnson, with Empty Popcorn Bucket Productions. I neglected to film the other parts because I was with people when I was going to see Wicked. So let's just jump right in. So I saw Wicked. Actually, this was my second time seeing Wicked. I had the opportunity to see an early screening, but unfortunately, I was about 20 or so minutes late. So I missed the first 20 minutes. Luckily, I already had tickets to go see it today, which is why I'm doing the review now. So Wicked was directed by John Chu, who was also known for directing Crazy Rich Asians, as well as In the Heights, I believe. And his direction of musicals is brilliant. He has such a style and he has such a vision and care for a lot of the source material. So Wicked was or is a musical based on a book by Gregory Maguire, also called Wicked, and it follows the story of Elphaba, who is later known as the Wicked Witch of the West, and a lot of it's from her perspective. I've had the opportunity to read the book as well as I've never actually seen the musical in person. I was a musical theater nerd and I had at a time watched a Broadway bootleg on YouTube as well as listening to the music over and over again. But when this movie was announced, I was very, very excited. Wicked is honestly one of my favorite musicals. Like I wouldn't say I like the Wizard of Oz musical, but I love the Wizard of Oz movie. And I feel like this was almost like the modern answer to the Wizard of Oz movie from 1939, starring Judy Garland. And this movie soars to new heights. It defies gravity in one of the key songs of the film. And Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande are so good in this movie as Elphaba and Glinda. They just add so much light and so much character to these iconic characters, and you get to feel for them. They also have wonderful singing voices. I'm pretty sure I saw in a behind the scenes featurette saying that basically all of the songs were recorded live. And just the performances with the music and the dancing and all of that put together was so beautiful. But not just that. I feel like another thing that makes this movie so wonderful was just the visual representation of Oz. The practical effects, the practical sets, everything was so beautifully well crafted, and it just provides such a wonderful cinematic masterpiece. And it takes you to that iconic world of Oz in a way that you've never seen it before. It's beautiful, it's colorful, and there's just so many brilliant set pieces that just make me so awestruck because it was just so great. I feel like there's some moments where the pacing was a little off, and one of my critiques of the musical is the pacing itself, but I feel like they do their best to narratively tell the story of Wicked, because on a stage it's hard from scene to scene to scene. So like there's some minor transitions here and there that just I question just a little bit, but despite that, I mean, for me this movie is definitely a 5 out of 5 because one, I like musicals. I love the performances in this movie, the spectacle, the music, the directing. It just all blends together to create one of the greatest movie musicals of all time, in my opinion. I also really enjoy I like the fact that this is a part one because the story is so, it's hard to describe, but it makes so much sense that it is a part one, part two, because you went on such a high note with defying gravity. But imagining if they just jumped right into the next part, into act one, I just feel like it would have stopped in its tracks a little bit and definitely would have made audiences a little wary and disinterested. So giving us a year to hold on and come back next year for part two makes us more excited, keeps us on our toes, makes us want to go see the movie over and over again. I mean, I've seen it twice. I'll maybe see it a third time. I think it was that good, and I definitely am going to buy it on digital, so then if they don't do a double feature next year, I can watch it and then jump over to the movie theaters to see it. But that was my review, my thoughts. I loved this movie. I also, side tangent, I watched this in the Glicked style. So I saw Gladiator 2 first, and then I saw Wicked in one day. So I spent roughly 6 hours in the movie theaters today. I mean, I had a break in between, but I thought it was fun. I had a great time. I loved it. 5 out of 5. Definitely go see it. I can't recommend this movie more. If you love musicals, awesome. If you love movies, awesome. If you just want to have a good time, a good movie to see for this holiday season, go watch Wicked Part 1 in theaters today. And you won't regret it. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. And I'm excited for Part 2. Be sure to check out my other videos. It's been a while. I'm only releasing videos for movies that are coming out. So stay tuned. I'll be having my Gladiator 2 review out pretty soon. I don't want to overlap, so that'll probably come out sometime next week. As well as check out Disney Johnson Bros. We have our podcast that is pretty fun, so go check that out. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share this video. And have a wonderful day. See you next time. Bye!